Hey friends, Gary here. Welcome to today's video. Today is just a quick vlog. I'm visiting a nearby volcano here. It's Mount Merapi. So yeah, we're gonna spend time here trying to photograph a little bit and just to showcase how micro four thirds can actually work for landscape photography, for casual everyday photography, for all sorts of different kind of stuff really, because it's such a versatile camera system with the choices of lenses that can cover different focal lengths and apertures as well. It's just a fun camera system, and that's what I want to demonstrate in today's video. So here it is, the volcano. It's currently covered by cloud, but we can see a little bit of that summit right there. I think it looks beautiful. Such a shame that the cloud was kind of thick and misty, but if it's clear weather, we can clearly see that summit right there. Currently there are a little bit of smokes coming out from the summit as well, from the top crater. I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna wait just a little bit, but meanwhile I will also try to capture some photos of this particular scenery. It's just beautiful. It's a sunny morning. I love it. I enjoy it so much here. That volcano right there anyway is Mount Merapi, one of the most active volcanoes here in Indonesia, and it's situated in Yogyakarta, my hometown where I live. It's about 1 hour drive from my home. Yeah, it's been quite active, not like big eruptions or crazy, scary kind of eruptions, things like that. No, not really, just like small little eruptions, flows of lava from the summit going downhill, things like that. Nothing too serious, but nevertheless still an awesome and beautiful volcano to enjoy and to photograph as well. Anyway, I've been feeling very stressed lately with the amount of work that I need to do, and coming here out in the nature, it just feels so nice, you know, being able to relax, to wind down, to get away from all of my stress, from the thoughts of having to finish my works, things like that, and just enjoy the nature a little bit, you know, breaking off from the routine. I really enjoy it here. And yeah, it's just another proof that photography can be a great tool of entertainment to replace doom scrolling. It's an active sort of entertainment. You're making something, you're creating something, you're photographing something. You're not just sitting idly consuming videos being presented to you from the algorithm. I think it's just nice, you know, it takes away all of my stress. Poof, now they are gone. So yeah, allow me to share some photos that I captured using all my micro four thirds gear, my GF9, my 12-32, my 35-100, and also the 7 Artisans 10mm f3.5. Enjoy! Here's my full setup for today's photo session in this Merapi volcano. So I brought one camera and 3 lenses with me, and yeah, again I want to demonstrate the portability, the importance of having a small, lightweight but competent camera that you can carry everywhere with you. And you know, to capture all sorts of different kinds of scenarios, photography scenarios. Main camera and main lens, Panasonic Lumix GF9, and the kit lens, Panasonic Lumix 12 to 32mm f3.5 to f5.6. This is a great combo, very compact as you can see, very small, very lightweight as well, but still competent. The GF9 with the 16 megapixel sensor can produce great image quality, great detail. It can capture great dynamic range as well. I'm satisfied with this setup. I'm setting my camera to mostly aperture priority today. I didn't switch to any other modes, and auto ISO and RAW. RAW is important for me because I'm not yet brave enough to shoot in JPEG, because in JPEG you have to get everything right in camera, whereas if you're shooting RAW, if something messed up a little bit, you can fix it in post. So that's kind of like an insurance for me. 12 to 32mm, I think this is a great primary lens for today's photo session because I can zoom in and zoom out, so I have that flexibility for wide angle and very mild telephoto focal length. It's fantastic lens. People always say kit lens is like very inferior, image quality is not that good. That's not true. This 12 to 32 can provide great image quality as long as you don't encounter backlight situation. You'll be fine. This can produce great results. And yeah, I'm losing large aperture because usually I use prime lens, usually the Panasonic Lumix 14mm f2.5, which has f2.5 aperture. This guy is f3.5 to f5.6, and that's kind of small, but I don't really mind. When I'm shooting in nature, I always prefer zoom instead of prime because the ability to zoom in and zoom out to try out different kinds of perspective. So yeah, the setup works, and also it is small and light. That's very important. Next lens, Panasonic Lumix 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6. Another great lens for today's photo shoot. I can zoom in close up into a particular part of the scenery if I want to focus on something. I think this is very important. You know, also to find slices of beauty in everyday life. As I mentioned in my previous videos, this is the lens to do that, to focus on that and to get rid of the clutter. I used it a few times today and it produced great results. Next lens, 7 Artisans 10mm f3.5. This is a ultra wide angle lens. I think this is great for everyday photography as well. A little bit underrated. Not using it a lot today because there's not a whole lot of opportunity to incorporate foregrounds, that kind of stuff, but nevertheless I tried to shoot with it today and got good results, and always easy to carry around as well because this lens is small and lightweight. So yeah, those are all of my setups. 3 lenses, 1 main camera. It's not really that big, not really that heavy, and all of them fit as usual into my Alpaka Element Tech Case sling bag. This guy right here, very small, very lightweight as well, very inconspicuous. It doesn't scream camera bag, and it is also weather sealed, and I just love the design, and it's very comfortable to use. 2 main compartments, the front pocket for carrying everyday essentials and the main pocket to carry all of this camera gear inside, plus my video camera which is recording this video right now, the DJI Action 4. As you can see, everything fits nicely, no problem. Anyway, this is quite different from the last few videos. Alright, so in the last few videos previously before this one, I was showcasing the ability of Micro Four Thirds to integrate seamlessly into my everyday mundane life, you know, just going to the office and then going on a lunch date with my wife, things like that, and you know, trying to find slices of beauty in everyday life. Well, today it's different. I'm purposefully visiting a beautiful location and trying to take some photos, but still, nevertheless, I hope this can demonstrate how flexible Micro Four Thirds is as a camera system, especially if you are using older Micro Four Thirds camera and lenses, the classic ones, the smaller ones. They are so versatile and they can capture anything, including this beautiful scenery of the volcano right here. Meanwhile, the condition doesn't improve just yet. I'm not quite sure if the cloud will ever dissipate or anything like that. Will we be able to see the summit clearly? I'm not quite sure because the weather is very unpredictable. But anyway, I think I want to wrap it up here. Yeah, that's all for today's video. Hopefully this has been interesting, entertaining, and also inspiring and fun. And yeah, please share down below what have you photographed lately and what Micro Four Thirds gear, cameras, and lenses that you like to take out for your everyday photography. Please share down below. I love to read your comments and to learn from you. And don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below. And if you want to support my work even further, consider joining my Patreon membership. Check out my latest travel photography video course called Simplifying Travel Photography. Use the affiliate links down below or use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.